Hey guys, Itty Bitty Stitchy here with an itty bitty update. I know it's been forever since I posted a video, what, like 2 years now? So I'll explain that. I got burnt out. Simple as that. I got super burnt out. I love doing lots of different things, not just cross stitching. It's not my only hobby. So I got a little burnt out feeling like I had to spend the maximum amount of time stitching just so I could make videos to post. And I just got really burnt out over it. So I stepped back. Then I guess that's it. That's the main reason. I got burnt out. I guess there was a lot of drama going on. I didn't get involved in it. Don't want to get involved in it. But I found that I was really missing making videos. So that is why I am back. I'm here. This is now. And we're going to start doing this again. It is not going to be very frequent. Like I said, I have a lot of other hobbies that I like to do. So it's not strictly just stitching that I'm going to be spending my time. It's video gaming. It's reading books. It's messing with my plants. It's taking care of my 3 crazy kids who are all in football now, and so they all have busy schedules that we keep up with on top of school schedule. So that's how we are doing. I did get a haircut. I cut a lot of my hair off, so I just have this on top now, and I shaved everything on the side. It is amazing. It is freeing, and I love it. Absolutely love it. You'll see me petting off camera here my old man. Let's see, there he is. There's my old man, my Loki bear. My old man is not feeling good. We got a cold snap here in South Texas, and it's kind of messing with his arthritis. So he just wants all the extra snuggles. So that was the update on why I hadn't been on in a while. I showed you my new hair, talked to you about some of my hobbies I've been working on. So why don't we pick up where we left off in my very last video before I went on hiatus. We'll call it a hiatus. It's just a very long vacation. So I was working on the Duchess, on the Wonderland crew. I was about to restart Claire and Doogie. It's Omar Ryan's The Favorite. I did not start Claire and Doogie. I think I am just going to buy the background list pattern from Heaven and Earth Design. I saw that they did make one where it's just Claire and Doogie and no background. So I'm just probably going to end up buying that, because when I was looking at the pattern to stitch just them without any background, it was confusing. And I think it's because if it's in black and white and all you're seeing is symbols, you can't really see exactly where certain things begin and end. So Doogie is very dark colored, and he kind of blends in because I guess the background is a bit dark too. So yes, if you want to see a picture of that, I'm not inserting here. I'm not very technical at all. You can go to my last video and see a picture of Claire and Doogie. I don't have them beside me. I only have 3 stitches with me and some other things. So go back to my last video and you can see a picture of Claire and Doogie, also known as The Favorite by the artist Omar Ryan, and check them out. You okay? So that did not get started. I did finish the Duchess, and I finished the majority of the cross stitching on Peacock Mandala by Northern Expressions Needleworks, and I'm currently working on Tapestry by Ink Circles. So Tapestry by Ink Circles. I do have all that information here. You're about to see one of our newest members. This is Bubba. Bubba is another rescue puppy. His people didn't have time for him. They didn't even live with him anymore. They were living in a different city. He only got like 10 minutes of people time a day. So he went from 10 minutes of seeing people a day to basically 24 hours of people. I love you too. But I need you to get down, honey. Thank you. All right. Get down. Oh, thank you. So that's Bubba. He's 2. He's 2. He is the baby in the household now. Well, at least when it comes to dogs. Go. Get. Okay, so where were we? Tapestry. So here's Tapestry by Ink Circles. I still stand by that. I think everybody should be stitching this pattern. It is very therapeutic, so therapeutic to stitch this one. I have no idea why. It is just patterns and it's symmetrical and it's very relaxing. It's a very relaxing stitch. So I started in the center and I was like flowering out, you know, just going with the pattern. And then it got to be a little too complicated when we started mixing into the different pages. So I went for page 1 finish and I finished it, and now I'm working on a page 2 finish, and it's only like half a page. Like it's seriously, there's like the page and then like a little bit. So I'm just working on finishing up that section, and here is what we have. It's fresh out of the hoop, so it's all wrinkled and messy, but you can get a feeling of how it is. So there is my progress so far on Tapestry by Ink Circles. So that is my current project I am working on. Next, we will probably talk about Peacock Mandala. I got the one with the specialty stitches and the beads. I have not purchased any beads, I believe. I think I did, and I just don't have all of the beads that is needed. So let me put this up. And just so y'all know, while I'm preparing, I will only be making videos maybe once a month, if not once every other month. My kids are at Youth Odyssey right now, and it gives me like 2 hours. That's how long it is. So I decided to start taking that time out to do these videos. So I'm sharing my alone mommy time with y'all, and I hope y'all appreciate it. And yeah, so I just hope y'all appreciate all that. They only go every other week, and it's only 2 hours. It takes me about 15 minutes to get there, 15 minutes to get back home before I go and pick them up again. So I have to leave, you know, a little bit earlier. So Peacock Mandala, I did get the one with specialty stitches and the beads. So far, I have the majority of the cross stitch done. So before I move on, I want to get some of my scrap cloth, my scrap fabric, and practice the specialty stitches. I do not want to screw this up. It is a very beautiful piece. I believe that Northern Expression Needlework does a fantastic job with all the specialty stitches and arranging them just so perfectly. So this is Peacock Mandala's finished work. And this is where I'm at. So as you can see, all the cross stitching is done. I just have to start on specialty stitches. So it is just so beautiful. And what, Mardi Gras is right around the corner? So I just feel like that's if that doesn't yell Mardi Gras, I don't know what does. So yes, before I pick that piece up again, I have to start practicing specialty stitches. Hope it goes good, because I really want this piece to pop and be beautiful. I said earlier that when it came to the Wonderland crew, I had been working on the Duchess. Well, I'm happy to say not only did I finish the Duchess, I finished the Hatter. He was next in the series to me. I'm not going by the series that she released them. And when I say she, Brooke from Brooke's Books. This is her crew. It's the Alice in Wonderland crew. And yes, so I am stitching them in the order that You okay? He's a dramatic sire, sorry. So yes, I am stitching the crew in the way that they appear in the books. If they are not a character in the book, then how they appear in the movie, you know, like squish them together and just boom, boom, boom. So I'm trying to get them how they appear properly. So I wonder. Okay, so we're just gonna start showing people. Oh, this is a really, really big piece of fabric, guys. I love that how I'm stitching them. I'm stitching them all in a single row. And I think I'm just gonna make like a really gigantic flat fold to show them off once I am done. So I'm gonna try and show you just 2 characters at a time. First up, we have Alice and the White Rabbit. So we have Alice with Dinah, the bread and butterfly, the drink me, the eat me, and her key. And then we have the White Rabbit, the rocking horsefly, and his watch. So this is a makeshift filming area. Sorry if it's not what you like. I have to rearrange my living room if I want to get it to how it used to be. So, then we have, after the White Rabbit, I did the Tweedles. So they have Dee and Dum. And we have the Pillar, the caterpillar, with his hookah on his pretty mushroom. It says, "Who are you?" And lastly, we have the Duchess and the Hatter. So, look at the pig. Look at the baby pig. If you've read the book, you'll understand the baby pig. Some of the movies, there's so many different movies on Alice in Wonderland, and some of them include the Duchess with the baby pig. And then there's the Hatter, standing on a little teapot. And he's got the most adorable little bumblebee. So yes, this is the Wonderland crew so far. And up next will be the March Hare. Ooh, hold on. Okay, there we go. So there they are. Next up will be Marchie, the March Hare, because I'm working on doing all of the Tea Party crew now. So, yes. Next will be the March Hare. So, Margie. Then Dormouse. Chess, the Cheshire Cat. Now the reason why I have him and the red card next to each other is because if you see all the red on the back of the ground, so then we have the card after that. Because the red kind of like goes together. Then we have the Red Queen. I love that they have the croquet set up. And then the White Queen with her little jar of jam. Yes, and then that will be the end of the Alice crew. I know they look like such simple stitches. Why are you not further along? They're such tiny stitches, and you know, they look like they would stitch up really, really quick. Well, if you remember, I am stitching them on 36 count Lugana, and it is dark fabric. And at least it's not black fabric, because that would be even worse to stitch on. But this is really hard. They're stitched 1/1 on 36 count Lugana. And it is just really, really hard to stitch those teeny, teeny, tiny X's over and over and over again. So they do take me a bit because it just hurts my eyeballs. That is all of my cross-stitching updates as far as what I've stitched. I have worked a little more on tea and coffee. I didn't want to bring it out to show you. I have purchased a few more patterns and kits. I also did not bring them out. This was just going to be a quick little video just to give y'all an update on how things are going. You good, man? So, let's see if we can get him in. He's camera shy. Okay, so yes, I want to talk to y'all real quick about my new videos that I'm going to be doing from now on. Not only are they going to be cross-stitching, but they are going to be my other hobbies that I really enjoy. So, yes, I am going to start that right now. You could leave me a comment if you want to tell me whether or not you enjoy learning all of my hobbies, or if you if you just want my cross stitch. Get down, Bubba. No, Bubba. Go lay down. No, Bubba. Why don't you go outside? You can go outside? Go outside. The door's open. Go outside. What? Yes. So I will be doing 3 parts in my videos as of now. So we just did the cross-stitching part. Next we can do video games that I play, and then I will do reading, or I'll switch them, whichever order I want to do them in that day I happen to be recording. If you don't want to see it, I'm sorry. You can stop watching after I get through a certain section, and sure, come up. Have a sit. And you can comment if you like it or not. I'm still going to do what I want to do, but I would like to hear your opinion, sure. And I'll show you a few more extra pictures. Last year, so 2019, was Year of the Pets, is what I'm calling it. All the boys decided they wanted to get their own pet, so we ended up with 4 rats, a hamster, and a leopard gecko, and then Bubba. Unfortunately, one of our rats has passed away, so we are down to 3. They do have a very short lifespan. They do have prone to get really sick really easily. So I do have photos of those. We'll do that since Bubba decided to make an appearance. Oh, thank you, Loki. So here are the girls, all 4 rats. We have Marbles, then Pepper, then Pancake, and then Donut. Those are our girls. And this is Hammy, Hamster Hamilton, our little hamster. I do not have a picture of the leopard gecko. I haven't gotten around to printing out any of her pictures yet, but she is gorgeous. She is considered a fancy leopard gecko, and she's absolutely gorgeous. Not very fond of being held. Don't blame her. So yes, you'll just have to check out my Instagram if you want to see a picture of her. So, on to video games. I am a big gamer. I really love gaming. I think the very first video game of my adulthood that I played to really get me back into the swing of gaming was Alice Madness Returns. And from there, it just exploded. I was like, yes, I love gaming. I love stories. It has to have a good storyline. And I just kept playing. So one of the games that I recently finished playing was Red Dead Redemption 2. I really love it. I did not play the first Red Dead Redemption. My husband did. It's a cowboy game, and I love it. I really, really love it. I'm playing it for a second time because I hear there's a separate ending. So the first time around, I played as a really good guy, and I got a certain ending from that. And this time I'm trying to play a bad guy, but it's really hard for me to like not help people in the game. I'm trying. I tried the online version of it. I'm not very thrilled with it. I was very happy I got to be a female on the online version, but I miss hearing the voices. Like, I miss hearing what they have to say. Next, I am going to be playing Days Gone. I keep seeing videos on this one. It's a zombie game. Love me some zombies. So I'm very excited about this one. I hear it's got a great storyline as well. So we shall see. I will be the judge of that. Let's see. Yes. Then there's reading. I know a lot of other cross-stitchers out there enjoy reading. I do as well. Whew, obviously, let's see if we can get my little library I have over there. I have read a lot of the books. This whole shelf, I believe, I almost have read. Some over here I've read, but I think up here and here and like the top row up here, because I'm running out of room, I have not read. So I still have quite a few books left to read. I saw a cool idea that somebody had posted in a reading group I'm in, and this jar is going to be part of it. They take all the books that they haven't read. They write the title down and the author. So they write the title and the author down on a piece of paper in little strips, like you're doing a giveaway draw. And they just fold it up and they put it in a jar and they shake it up, so whenever they're done reading a book, they can go and draw for the next book to read. You know, you're like, oh, what am I gonna read? Do I wanna read this? Do I wanna read that? And this takes, you know, I guess the guesswork out of it. And that's how they find their next book. I recently have finished a trilogy. It is Alice in Deadland trilogy. Gosh, how do you say? I can't say his name. But he is a fabulous author. He's not from the Americas, I don't believe. Let's see. He did this, it's strictly on Amazon, is where you can get it. And yes. Come on. Oh, Amazon Kindle store or just Amazon store. Anyways, so a lot of it I think has to be translated. So in the second book and the third book, there is some typos. But they're not horrible. Like, it's nothing. I just noticed it, and then it took me a while to understand, okay, so I don't think this guy is necessarily an American, but he's a fabulous writer, so it doesn't really matter. And so yes, this book, the first book is like the guts of the book. The second book finishes that, and then the third book is just the background of key characters through the first two books, and talks about before the shit hit the fan. I really like this, and it is throwing my mind through a loop right now because of the coronavirus going around. If you've read this book, then you understand why the coronavirus is really playing with my head. Let's just say, no, I can't. I don't want to ruin it. If you want to read this, go ahead and you'll see why it is tripping me out over the coronavirus and this book. If you have read it, please get with me. I need to talk to somebody about this book. Please, if you have read Alice in Deadland trilogy, get with me. The next book I am reading, I just started, I think, at a doctor's appointments. One of my kids was sick recently, and so we were at the doctor's appointments, and we do not sit with screens in our faces while we're out in public. We have books. This is I believe the last book in this series, the Peculiar series, by Ransom Riggs. This is the 5th book, Conference of the Birds. You okay? Is your little brother bugging you? So this is it. If you follow Ransom Riggs on Instagram, then you were able to see he read a few, like a little bit of his book. This book on Instagram movies or whatever they're calling it, which I thought was super cool. I didn't have to go see him in a Barnes and Noble, and I still got to have him read part of his book to me. I'm a weirdo like that. I get super excited over little things just like that. So I just started this. I'm not even done with the first chapter. Excuse me. So very excited. I know it's a young adult. I guess that's what it's labeled. It's a young adult book. I love it. I love the series. It's very well written. And it just makes me so happy thinking that, you know, people could have these strange little oddities that make them unique. And it's enjoyable. I really do like it. So I will let y'all know what I think of it whenever I finish it. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous. He said he's going to continue writing. It's obviously not for that one if this is it for the series, which is fine. I'll probably read anything he has to put out. Anybody out there who has been reading the Discovery of Witches, what is it? Discovery of Witches, Something About the Night, The Book of Life, and Times Convert. So yes, Deborah Harkness has 4 books out. It's an All Souls series. She did drop a hint on Instagram that I think there's going to be a 5th one coming out soon. So I'm very excited about that. If you haven't read the Discovery of Witches or any of the rest of the series, I really, really suggest it. It is very good. I can't remember which television channel it is, but there is a series, like a TV show series that she is helping make. And they've done the first book so far. So they've done A Discovery of Witches. Next is the Ninth book. Why can't I remember the name? I'm trying to see if I can see it from here. Oh, there it is. Oh, Shadow of Night. I found it. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. So it's called A Shadow of Night. They are working, I think they just wrapped up or almost done wrapping up on making the second, what are they called? Season. The second season, which is on the second book. And I cannot wait to watch it. I have my husband watching it with me, even though he hasn't read the books. He really doesn't have enough time to read the books. So that is very exciting. And I'm looking forward to it. So I think this is it. Let's see. Yes, this is it. I think I'm going to have like 30 minutes to just do whatever I want to do. I want to go tootle around Hobby Lobby before I go pick up the kids. And I think I am. I'm going to do that. Puppies are ready for a nap time. Little Bit is still here. She's just in the really, really big chair, napping on top of a mountain of blankets. So there it is, guys. The first welcome back video to the Itty Bitty Stitchy channel. The mom of many hobbies, or the mom with many hobbies, I think it is on Instagram. It is set to private right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and change that back to... No, I'm going to keep it private. You can send me a request. I'm pretty sure I can tell if you're a stitchy person or not, or if you're a gamer or not, or if you're a reader or not. So feel free to follow me there. That's the only other place that I really post anything is on Instagram. You will probably get more information on Instagram than you will from here or any other social media networking. That is it. Yes. So that is my first video of 2020. It's a leap year. That's exciting. Yep. That's it, guys. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. And let's hope I can stick with it and not get burnt out. and that you enjoy all the extra content, even though it's not all just stitching. Oh. Yes. So remember, it's going to be a channel on stitching, it's going to be a channel on my gaming, and it's going to be a channel on my reading. So you can comment whether you like me posting about my extra hobbies like that. Possibly we'll be doing some of my plants, like showing off some of my plants. Yeah, in later videos. My husband has 2 3D printers, and he's been printing me out little bitty pots so I can like take all my bundles of succulents and like put them in their own pots so they can flourish and just have fun. So I think that's it. 30 minutes is a good video. So with that, guys, I hope all your little dreams come true and you are being kind to one another and enjoying this beautiful weather. At least it's beautiful here in South Texas. All right, guys, that's it. Bye.